people, this Nate here.
This Kev.
And yo, we are Games Music Life. So we're back to review this James Blake project titled Assume Form.
Yeah, man.
Lord James Blake is back, Kev.
Yeah, okay.
I was looking forward to this one, man. As you know, I was highly anticipating this project. The single came out. What was the single called again?
Mile High with Travis Scott, Metro Boomin. That was kind of the one that everybody saw and was like, what's going to happen here? And then, there was a track on there that he put out.
Was it Don't Miss It?
I
forget. It was one of the tracks. Well, anyways, that track came out, and we both were like, I don't know. I mean, it sounded okay. It sounded like normal, typical James Blake. Moody James Blake. I think we got the album, the credentials on the album, who was going to be on it. I saw Metro Booming. I got nervous.
I know you did. I
was like, oh my goodness, what is he doing? He sold out. My boy's gone. Lord James Blake and sold out. He didn't let the guys come overseas. I don't like it.
Yeah.
But I will say, man, he kept it to form. If I'm Travis Scott, I will be nervous doing songs with James Blake.
Really?
Because James Blake just does a better version of Travis Scott than Travis Scott did. And it didn't ever sound out to me that James Blake would ever sound like Travis Scott until I heard him on a track together. And like the vocoder was lathered, of course, but James can actually sing. And he actually had substance to his bars. And I think that's one thing about Travis. If he just sung about something, it would be a little better. But anyways, James Blake. The Metro Booming track, I was nervous about when I first saw it. I'm like, what is he doing? Why does he have a track? It was like when Justin Bieber was hanging out with Lil Fizz. Like, what are you doing here? Like, I just didn't get it. But he bodied it. Okay. The track with Andre 3000, that was pretty amazing. I
was excited to see
that. Man. Andre was back in his 3000 bag. Like, he was back to rapping again.
He does this, though, man. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Puts out a feature once or twice a year, and you're like, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
And then he just goes back away.
Absolutely, yeah. He's going back into the ether.
Yeah.
But James Blake, man, 48 minutes worth of music. Back to it's typical moody James Blake. The thing that I found on this one to be a little bit difficult, though, is sometimes the vocoder would be so lathered, I didn't understand some of the stuff he was saying. And I had to go back and listen to it again and again and again and say, okay, he said that. And I couldn't focus sometimes. But the vibe was just good. I could put it on and listen to it. I was listening to it today. I came home. My wife came home. Like, what is that? Who's that? And she's like, oh, that's James Blake. Because she loved Retrograde.
Okay.
So, just the project alone, it flowed very well. I wonder if James Blake is ever going to be the act that I want him to be, which is just big. And
why? Why do you want him?
I don't. Well, maybe because I don't. He's big enough to know that Beyonce seeks him out to help her with with her album.
That's a good space.
That's a good space to be in. Yeah. And he's just a cool dude, man. I really do. I really just find him. He seems to be authentic. I think it might be an overseas thing, and we talked about that before. What do you think, though, bro?
First question I had is, why didn't the single that he released a few months ago, "If the Car Beside You Moves Ahead," why did that make the album? I don't know. Because I thought that was going to be a sign of the direction of this album, where that song was just like super chopped up, very weird. It was offbeat.
That was a tough listen, though.
It was, but it was actually enjoyable.
It was
enjoyable.
Yeah.
But I thought that he was going to be going into a weirder sound. Whereas when we got this album, I actually felt like this was probably the most palatable James Blake album
it's
that we
easy
got.
to listen.
Yeah, I think it's more I don't want to say geared towards the masses, but I think it's an easier listen for people that may not be familiar or may not like his old style of music, that sort of thing. With that, I was actually very pleasantly surprised to see how well he was kind of able to mesh his sound with hip hop artists, because we've heard him featured on other hip hop records. I mean, he did King's Dead. He had the song with Travis not too long ago.
Yep.
He's done a couple of records like that, but for him to put these types of tracks on his album, we didn't know how it was going. When we saw Metro Boomin on there, it was like, man, hold on, wait, what's going on here? But with it, even though I did kind of feel like it was a Metro Boomin song with James Blake just kind of inserted, he still performed well, and it worked well in the flow of the album. This album was a lot less. It was a lot less moody than The Color and Anything. Like I feel like.
He went through something on that album, though.
Yeah, I feel like on that album was all about a breakup, and I feel like this album, he was in love. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's gross. It sounds gross to even say. But that's how I feel. I feel like he was in a good relationship, whatever, and that's what he was singing about. The Color and Anything, it felt like he was getting over a bad breakup, and the music it felt like it felt cold, but in the best kind of way. Like
very much so.
It was so moody, so melodramatic, or whatever. And I really loved that album. Listening to Assumed Form actually made me want to go back and listen to The Color and Anything because I loved that album so much.
The emotion was more there.
Yeah. And it just got so weird at points, and I really like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? I like artists that take risks and really jump out there. Where this album, he did take some risks. He stayed true to his sound or whatever, but it was a lot more concise. You know what I'm saying? Each track kind of flowed into the next the way that you would expect it to on a traditional album. He didn't wear us out, man. You know what I'm saying? Album wasn't too long, which was to its credit. I would say. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm really trying to think. Like, man,
It was a safe album, Kev.
I don't want to say it was safe because it's like I feel like James Blake did what James Blake does.
But
like,
I think he's not as safe because his sound is so different.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly. He stayed true to that.
Yeah.
But this album was a lot more polished, and I mean that's a good thing.
Yeah, no, it's a good thing.
That's a good thing. I'm not mad at that.
It's a good thing.
But I kind of like him in his weird bag a little bit more, man.
I feel
to be completely honest, like, I like that. Like that. If the car beside you moves ahead, man, I like the direction on that, man.
Yeah.
So for this album to be so polished, it kind of caught me off guard. Not in a bad way, but just kind of caught me off guard a little bit.
Okay.
But this album, like I said, I think it's more accessible to the masses. It gives you a kind of a sample of what James Blake music is about. And if you like it, if you're interested, man, go out there, listen to his other stuff because it gets a lot deeper, it gets a lot moodier. And not to say that this album wasn't deep or moody, but you know what I'm saying? There's a lot out there. That's all I'm saying.
Right. It was easier to see what he was talking about on this one.
Yeah, it was a lot easier to digest
absolutely.
for the casual listener, I think. So,
absolutely.
But with it, I think that's a feat in itself. The fact that he was able to kind of make that transition or make an album this polished. I think that's a good sign for an artist. Like, yo, he's very versatile. He can do anything.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So not a knock on him.
Absolutely. And I'm a Jake Blake's fan, so a little bit of a stand. So I'm a little bit different. 85.
Okay, yeah, man. I was at 82, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, right there. It wasn't The Color and Anything for me.
Yeah, I got you.
But very good album. Very good. But I've been listening to it for a long time.
Absolutely. I got you. Yo, James Blake's fans, what do you know? Get in here. If I was too high, too low, was Kev too high, too low? If you give it 100, you're absolutely right. Just let us know why. Leave it in the comments below, and we'll go from there.
Always.
But yo, I'm Nadir.
This Kev.
And yo, we are Games Music Life, man. Drink more water, people.
Peace.
Peace.